collaboration going on, but
Mm-hmm.
not with local sales. It's with national sales.
Okay. So what does that mean?
So it means that we used to have national account executives and managers in most of our local TV stations, and that is no longer, or will no longer be true.
Interesting. Okay. So then they'll likely be reporting at the corporate level, right? And when we say national sales managers, these are folks that are handling local media for national advertisers?
Correct.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay, and maybe you could just talk about, kind of at large, the organizational structure, how has that been historically, structured?
Well, Scripps went through a big reorg late last year to reorg from digital and broadcast to local and national. But when we say local and national, we don't mean like national advertisers. We mean the reach of the property. So we have our local TV stations, but then we also own national media assets like Newsy or like Midrow Media or Simple Most or things like that. So that's the new org structure. Yeah.
Okay, so when we look specifically at like the local stations and the local broadcast media sales structure, could you maybe tell us a little bit about what that pyramid looks like?
So there's a VP of local sales who reports into the head of the local division, who currently is supported by two regional sales executives. And then the directors of sales, the DOSs, for each station reports into one of those two regional sales executives.
Okay. So then the sales executives, are they at all sector specialized? What does the support structure look like behind that? Is the support structure specialized? Can you maybe just go into a little bit more detail there?
They are not typically divided by segments, except for political is its own segment. So.
Okay, that's fair. So when we think about, the, local digital media, do your local broadcast sales reps also sell local digital? Is it all one structure?
Yes.
Okay, and do you perhaps have like a digital manager as well? How does that dichotomy work?
At the time that I left, they did. I do not know if they've changed that. Yeah.
Okay. And so each TV station then essentially has its own sales team.
Correct.
Okay. And what about the rare occasion that you maybe have a DMA with multiple stations? Do you share sales teams or?
So we have very few of those.
Okay.
And yes, they share sales teams.
Okay, so in the few markets where you have multiple stations, the sales team is the same for both.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So then perhaps you could tell us a little bit more about the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, there are some stations where you have like Lansing, Michigan, and then Detroit. Like Lansing would be its own sales team. So.
Right. That makes right.
But it's,
yeah, that makes sense. And how about, oh, no problem. How about the support structure that, helps your frontline salespeople? Could you tell us about maybe the different roles that are included? Like, do you guys have like a strategist or researcher? Who does the trafficking? Who, manages the inventory? Things like that?
So there is usually a research support person for each station. I cannot comment on inventory or traffic.
Okay. And is the support also centralized? Do you guys run all of the support out of like a hub nationally, or or